Okay.
Multiplayer in Halloween is a 1v4 asymmetrical horror experience that pits the residents of Haddonfield against the shape of pure evil.
Oh, so far, that description so far is not a good sign.
Michael Myers. In this quintessential...
his name is Michael. That is a different... You can't say they didn't change it up. His name is Michael. So...
slasher simulator, our playable cast of civilian characters desperately attempt to save their neighbors and themselves from the omnipresent boogeyman, while Michael fixates on stalking and slaying his targets. Halloween provides familiar elements fans of the genre know.
Familiar elements that fans of the genre will recognize. I don't know what he's talking about.
And love, but we're incredibly excited to pull back the curtain and unveil more details that demonstrate our commitment to delivering our most robust, dynamic, and terrifying multiplayer offering yet.
Okay. Lay it on
Michael
me.
Myers is a creeping, methodical killer, and on Halloween night, Haddonfield becomes his hunting ground. The boogeyman's primary desire is to eliminate every living resident in this quiet town. But he also begins each match with a list of special targets that supply greater rewards if killed before time expires. These
That's different.
unfortunate residents are positioned across various sites in the map, and Michael players are empowered to use their nightmare suite of abilities to locate, terrorize, and ultimately execute their victims and anyone bold enough to interfere with their bloodthirsty ambitions. Killer Sense allows players to step behind the mask and stalk.
Killer Sense, see, Friday the 13th didn't have Killer Sense. Nothing similar to, at all. It is not similar. Stop saying it's similar. If you're watching this video and you're saying it's similar, click off, because it's not similar at all. I don't know why anybody would think these games are similar.
The residents of Haddonfield. When using this skill and entering the first-person perspective, Michael becomes aggressively aware of his surroundings and the proximity of potential prey.
Yeah.
By focusing on targets with murderous intent, Michael builds
Murderous intent. Did Friday the 13th have murderous intent? I think not.
levels of stalk, which aid him in identifying and tracking
Stock. Did Friday 13 have stock?
targets and open increasingly satisfying options for executions. An effective killer always keeps their victims unaware of their presence until those final fatal moments.
Oh.
While historically Michael Myers isn't known for his speed, fundamental abilities like shape jump amplify the
shape jump. Don't confuse it with shape shift. Shape jump.
mobility with hauntingly unpredictable results. In shape jump, Michael slips into the shadows to move around environments unseen. Not only does this increase Michael's base movement speed, but it also provides access to other powerful traversal options, including shape dash, which sends Michael lunging forward with violent momentum. Shape jump is confidently one of the most powerful tools at Michael's disposal and supplies unlimited possibilities for iconic jump scare moments.
Stay cool.
However, that potency comes with a few major caveats. Our masked antagonist can only enter and exit shape jump while in the cover of darkness or outside a residence line.
Oh, see, that is different. That is different. Are you taking notes, nerds? You taking notes?
Sight. The light may provide temporary reprieve for the residents of Haddonfield, but Michael can work to remove sources of illumination by shutting off lights.
Oh, shit. He can flick a light. Can they do that in Friday the 13th?
Cutting power, and even catalyzing temporary blackouts.
Oh, God!
Despite the unquestionable malevolence of Michael Myers, his horrifying
Graphics are
homecoming to
beautiful.
Haddonfield won't be welcomed without resistance. As the body count climbs and evidence of the boogeyman's presence becomes undeniable, local authorities, residents, and distinct playable civilians may decide to gather weapons and face off against evil itself.
Oh, see, this is different.
Thankfully, Michael knows his way around sharp objects and will have multiple options for melee combat encounters. And if especially persistent Haddonfieldites do manage to get the upper hand in an exchange, don't worry.
How the hell?
It's not possible.
We've said it once and we'll say it again. You can't kill the boogeyman.
So how do you win if you're a counselor? Okay. Oh, they're about to explain it. Survive
While
the
Michael
night.
swiftly endeavors to turn Haddonfield into a graveyard, our heroic group of civilian characters desperately attempts to save their neighbors and escape the boogeyman's bloodthirst. As a civilian, it's up to you to find fellow Haddonfield residents, convince them of his malicious intent, and guide them.
Wow, that is kind of sad. So you get to convince people to their deaths. They're not saying go convince like the cops or people who train in the Navy. I just seen him go up to like a regular woman and say, "Hey, do you want to go kill a masked man?" I don't know how well that would go in real life, but I actually am. I'm not gonna lie. I like that mechanic because it's better. I like that. That if you can persuade people, maybe you can persuade a whole town. So actually, I give points to that.
Safely to one of several possible randomized escapes located around the map before they meet an untimely end. This distinctive cast of playable civilian characters each comes equipped with unique stats, special traits, and signature personalities. To ensure no two matches of Halloween play out the same, our team has constructed a vast playground of possibilities in Haddonfield, offering civilians a multitude of diverse gameplay systems to aid them in achieving their objectives and surviving the night. As civilians navigate these environments, they'll uncover points of interest, revealing resident NPCs, lootable containers, hiding places,
garbage,
telephones,
garbage play. We all like garbage play.
Possible escape routes, and more.
Dead by Daylight. Y'all like digging in holes and getting in it and escaping? Hey.
Early and cautiously exploring your surroundings could very well mean the difference between life and death. And when death comes to your little town, it's probably not a bad idea to head to your neighbors and contact the local authorities. Civilians are tasked with tracking down surviving residents and warning them of the looming threat. Successful conversations with residents can permit civilians to request additional calls to police, commands to find secure hiding places, or companionship as they navigate the formerly peaceful streets of Haddonfield.
Wow, that's actually amazing. That mechanic of the game is actually pretty amazing. I like that. I like that it's not just, you're actually playing with a community. I don't know how many, it's multiplayer, so I don't know how many people it goes up to, but I like that you can get the community involved who are NPCs. That's actually amazing.
So we stick together. Maybe we're better as a team.
Whether it's a local family friend or the authorities, there's safety in numbers. Once the innocent residents of Haddonfield have been located and persuaded, it's time for the civilians to plan their harrowing escape.
Oh, shit.
Lootable containers scattered throughout the map contain weapons, distractions, and key items that can be used to unlock and access a variety of possible escape routes. The location of these items and escapes changes from match to match, so civilians greatly benefit from adjusting their strategies based on the objects uncovered. It's also worth noting that initiating these escape sequences generates a tremendous amount of noise, which will alert Michael to your exact location. So what happens in the likely event that a civilian becomes another display of Michael's wretched, inhumane nature?
What?
Their Haddonfield story isn't over just yet. Even in death, they can support their friends and even return as a sheriff's deputy or the unrelenting Dr. Loomis.
Oh, shit. They brung Loomis into the game? Okay. Point Halloween.
Once they've re-emerged upon the streets of Haddonfield, they can cooperate with the remaining...
Yo, you get to kill people with Dr. Loomis? You get to be Dr. Loomis?
...civilians and responding officers
Big
to try and put a
Loom?
stop to Michael's murderous rampage.
Freeze where you are, Michael. You're coming
the voice!
with me.
While he can't be
That's an
killed
AI voice.
with enough community resistance, the proper equipment, and
Oh, they
sheer
beating the shit
manpower,
out of him.
he can be detained and shipped back to Smith's Grove Sanitarium.
Wow.
Halloween is a legendary film with a genre-defining legacy, and our mission has been to bring the film's unsettling sense of dread to our asymmetrical horror sandbox. By empowering players to control the tension and stage the scares, we're building a multiplayer experience designed with replayability at the forefront.
Wow.
We'll have more details to share regarding character progression, character traits, customization, proximity chat, and more thrilling gameplay features in the coming months. But
Wow.
we can't wait for all of you to join us when Halloween launches on September 8th, 2026.
Okay. Like I said, you can't compare the two. You can't compare the two. And if you do, you're not paying attention. There are some upgrades that I liked about, this. I loved Friday the 13th. I like watching people play it. I like playing it. It actually was like a game I can literally watch and play all day because it's just fun. It's just good fun. I always thought it was better than Dead by Daylight. I don't know why Dead by Daylight lasted so long. But I wonder why Friday the 13th, got canceled. I'm like, oh, you can no longer play, you can no longer buy it. I wonder why. It's because it was trying to make room for this game. Because you can't have two games that are super similar, have the same basically concept on the market at the same time if you want to sell. So maybe they, threw Friday the 13th some money like, hey, champ, skedaddle. We're about to take over this max killing market of consoles, and we need you to bounce out of here. So I think that's what happened. I think they mob bossed them out, paid them off, made sure they go in the sun, and nobody talk about it. Hey, you go over there, we do our thing. You don't have to hear about this again, and we'll be the only game on the market. But the problem is the fans remember Farmers Market. The fans remember Friday the 13th. We remember that. You know why we remember that? Because we played that. Remember that. We're not gonna forget that. Now Halloween looked pretty good. It looked pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I was enjoyed. I love Halloween, the franchise, the movie, the whatever. I'm gonna go get the posters. I love it. I just don't want them to play in our faces and tell us that it's like this new innovative. They did add some stuff, and they said they got more stuff to come. So maybe I'm jumping the gun. Hey, let's try not to jump the gun because they're not similar. Again, they're not similar at all. Let's not jump the gun, folks. Let's appreciate it. But okay, I wait. And guess what? I'm talking right now, but I'm probably gonna play it because it looks pretty fun. It looks pretty fun with a group and multiplayer. I knew multiplayer was gonna come. At first, when they were like, when I found out it was a single player game, I was like, yeah, that's not gonna cut it. If it's just a single player game, multiplayer is where it's at. So yeah, I like it. I'm liking it. I like the new I like this. I like what they showed us. Hopefully they give us a little bit more because games work better when you're playing to something, like when you're progressing, when you can customize your player, when you can like build your player into like a killer, or you can build the survivors into like better and stronger characters. That's when you excel in games. But that is it. Hopefully Halloween we get more updates to see what it's about, and it don't fizzle out like Friday 13th. Cause we remember Friday the 13th. We remember. But all right, stay critical, my motherfucking fans, and I'm out. Peace.